Hi. Isabel's sister.
What's your name?
My name is Samantha Marin.
And how old are you?
I'm 21.
When's your birthday?
April 18th, 1995. Almost forgot. It's been a long day. Okay.
What's your sign?
My sign?
Mm-hmm.
I'm an Aries.
Oh.
Yes. So.
When did you graduate high school?
I graduated in 2013.
From what high school?
Central High School, Central Magnet. I went to Central
Magnet. Were you very social? Were you like introverted or extroverted?
In high school?
Yeah.
Good question. I think it depended. I was both. I within my circle I was kind of like extroverted. I wouldn't really say extroverted. I wasn't very
you were more extroverted when you were with your friends.
Yeah, I guess I was like in the middle.
Yeah.
Kind of just chill. But I just stick to myself, pretty much. I'm not gonna lie.
Same.
Yeah.
What did you plan to do after high school?
Sorry. After high school, I didn't.
Like, do you believe in like having to plan everything out after high school?
Definitely not. I thought that was the way to do things, but I kind of found out that like life has a way of figuring itself out despite your plans. Like you can have goals, of course, set them and have like, have plans, have goals if that's what you want, but I wouldn't feel bad if you don't know exactly what you want to do. Like, like if you don't have a set, plan scheduled out, like within 2 years I want to do this. Like if you don't have that plan, that's okay because life figures itself out, believe it or not. After high school for me, all I knew was that I was trying to get into college, but I actually didn't have a plan on how to do that, so everything kind of just happened on its own.
Did you end up attending college?
I did. I went to the University of Bridgeport, and I studied psychology. How was that? It was interesting. I loved it. I fell in love with psychology in high school. I took like an intro to psych class in I think it was my sophomore year, and yeah, it was really interesting, and I just decided that maybe that's something I want to dive into a little more and pursue. Yeah. So I didn't know what I wanted to do and what I wanted to take up in college. So when I found that class in high school and I fell in love with it, I was just like, great, now I have like a lead. So that's pretty much what I did. I'm very artsy as well. So I was also considering like interior design or, graphic design or something of the sorts. But I just stuck with psychology to start and I liked it. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
How did you feel going into college? Do you have any like expectations, any realities about it?
I was nervous. Honestly, I didn't really have anyone to talk to about like going into college. I didn't have anyone telling me like, oh, like this is what to expect. I mean, I remember we had an orientation for freshmen at UB for first timers going into college and all. Obviously, because you're a freshman, and they basically were telling you like it's very different from high school. It is very different from high school, but it's like no matter what people tell you, you have to experience it to kind of know what it is. So I really had no expectations going in. I just kind of thought like, this is serious. Like now I really have to like, because it's college, you're paying for it, or not. But in the end, somehow you end up kind of paying for it. But it was a lot going into it. I guess I was a little like nervous, but that's normal because you don't know what to expect. And like I said, so expectations, I just thought to myself like college courses are intense, and I was right about that. But if you really like what you're doing and you're really motivated, then I feel like you have a different take on it because like with high school, you have to be at high school. Like, you have to go to high school, so it's like you don't really try it. But for college, like that's a choice that you made. Yeah. So like of course, in any choice that you make, you're gonna want to put your best foot forward. So with college, you kind of have a different mindset. You go into it a little bit more like focused. But that's not always the case for everybody, but that was the case for me. So it was like my choice. So that's why I was like very like, I'm going to do this. And I was like focused. for the most part.
Yeah.
I'm succeeding or trying to do my best.
Do you have any advice for others planning to attend college?
One thing I would say is get a planner, first of all. If you're not very organized, because I wasn't very organized, and writing things down helps a lot. And any advice? I would say, honestly, if you don't, not everybody's gonna agree with me and understand that, but for me, I wish I could go back and tell myself, take a break. Have your summer off. Always have in the back of your mind thinking about what you want to do or what you may want to take up, but don't feel pressured to get into college as soon as possible. Nobody's pressuring me, because I kind of felt like I was pressured to get into college because I did so good in high school, or I did decent in high school.
Yeah.
So, everybody was like, oh yeah, you're going to go to a great college, you're going to do this and that. Other people's expectations of me set kind of an unrealistic expectation on myself. I was pressured kind of to go into college because other people said that's the right thing to do. You have to do that, but you don't. And you don't have to rush yourself into it. It's okay to take that time to decide what you want to do. And even if still you don't know, some people say, oh, you find out what you want to do in college. Some people financially can't afford to take that time to find out what they want to do in college, because you have to pay for every class you take, everything you do, it's costing.
Yeah.
So, and I worked, I didn't, I had financial aid, but as for paying for my books and things like that, I didn't really have much of a scholarship. I had one, but it didn't really last me too long. So I wish I just took time to kind of really prepare myself. I wish I would have waited until the second semester to actually start, or maybe a year to take some time to think about what I wanted to do. For everybody is different, so yeah. I would just say do what you feel is best, but never wait last minute. Other advice I would say is to never leave things for the last minute. If you have any time in the day, any downtime, and you have assignments, try to knock them out the way so you can have all the free time in the world to do what you want afterwards, instead of stressing about it, cramming, and staying up all night, because I've been there. And it's not fun. And yeah, I would say that. That's pretty much the advice I would give.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your current occupation now?
I am a recent eye technician.
What intrigued you to kind of go into that field?
In psychology, I learned about the eyes, but actually I fell upon that job just randomly, actually. The ophthalmologist knew a family member, and I got into it that way. I kind of just fell into it. I didn't really think I would be doing that. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Do you like it there, or what do you do?
I do. So what I do is basically, I'm the person you see before the ophthalmologist sees you. So I pre-test you. I do visual fields. I do, distance reading, near vision reading.
Yeah.
I basically assess you before the doctor assesses you. So I give the doctor a starting point so that they can further assess and find out the
diagnose, stuff like that.
Yeah, diagnose.
Okay. Well, do you have any advice for high school students? Or
high school students? Live it up. I mean, for high school students, I know everybody says this actually, and it's I used to say oh my gosh, everybody says that when I was in high school, but
what?
Literally,
you're gonna miss it.
You're gonna miss it.
God.
And not really you're gonna miss it, but I'd be I mean, kind of be sure to live in the moment, and I know that sounds really cheesy, but live in the moment and really appreciate that it's a good time to be in high school.
Yeah.
Because afterwards you hit the real world, and it can be kind of tough. High school is tough in itself. I know that. It comes with its own challenges, but don't take it for granted, because you only go through it once. And
yeah.
So, and honestly, I would say, be yourself, but also don't be afraid to express yourself, because obviously after high school, like I wish I could go back and like be super expressive and be how I am now in high school, because like, you know, like why not? Like what's there to be afraid of? Yeah, like, you know, peer pressure. Yeah, you know, maybe you might feel embarrassed about certain things, or I don't know, bullies. I don't know how else to say it, but I mean, just don't be afraid to like express yourself no matter what, because in the end, like, it's your only chance to do it, you know?
Yeah.
And it's never too early to find out who you are and just express and embrace who you are, like, no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter, like, you know, sexual orientation, no matter, like, you know, your interests, your hobbies, you know. If you feel like you don't fit in, who cares? Because actually, nobody fits in. Everybody's different, so.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. There's no such thing as fitting in. It's just be you and embrace it and have fun.
Well, yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah.